You know, unbeknownst to many Nigerians, the Federation of Construction Industry, FOCI, incorporated in 1954, is an umbrella body for the built industry and remains one of the highest employers of labor in Nigeria after the government. The body is not happy with the Ministry of Works because it's announcing the standard conditions of contract with the Minister of Works, David Umahi, got amended without due process. The FOCI is suing for cooperation and engagement going forward. Teamwork, I beg your pardon, we are told, is the ability to work together towards a common vision. Let's hear from the officials of the association, please.
FOCI is the second largest employer of labor in Nigeria after government. And we employ millions of Nigerians directly and indirectly, thereby contributing immensely to the GDP of the country. The slow pace of work by members within the last 1 year has resulted in significant loss of employment across the country, thereby increasing the unemployment rate in the country. Indeed, if left unchecked, it will cause catastrophic disruption in the country's socio-economic challenges and insecurity. We are aware of the recent directives by the Honorable Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, whereby a new onerous contract conditions that invalidates the already agreed standard conditions of contract are being unilaterally introduced on new and existing projects without due consultation of all concerned parties. The action of any ministry or parastatal changing the standard conditions of contract after receiving the Bureau of Public Procurement Certificate of No Objection with a different standard of conditions of contract is not in accordance with due process and international best practices.
Thank you. Welcome back. Jamiu, you know, now we are retooling. So we need all hands on deck. Cooperation is a word. Or don't you think?
Dave Umahi, the Honorable Minister, is also one of them. So he understands the industry, but I believe that he should call them and have a dialogue with them like they are suggesting.
Yeah.
Before unilaterally, imposing conditions that are abstract to the SCC, the standard condition, that's a standard condition of contract, which, you go through a bidding process and you get through the BPP, adverts are made, and you get a certificate of no objection for you to proceed to go on.
That's it.
With your contract. But Dave Umahi will tell you that if he had passed through that route, the new improved third mainland that we all see now that we are clapping for might not have been possible. So, but I also want the FOCI, the Federation of Construction Industry, or we call them the built industry, to also sit with the minister and iron these things out, so that because Umahi was complaining about so many abandoned projects, and that some jobs are not done to professionally, they are not done to specification. I heard him saying, talking about the thickness of the asphalt overlay in one of the roads sometime. Because he is an engineer, he understands.
He knows what he's
talking about. So unlike any other minister that is just in the ministry who does not, but Umahi knows his onions. So you can't tell him any story. I mean, you can see some of the development, some of the constructions he made in his state, Ebonyi, while he was still there. So I believe that the FOCI, led by Vincent Barra, should find a way of meeting with the minister to sort this out without it disrupting the industry. Yeah.
Give all hands on deck, as they always say. This is the time we need them.
Yes, we need a lot of the projects out there to be progress to be ramped up on those projects so that they can be delivered in quality time. I'm happy that the FOCI guys expressed willingness to dialogue. So it means that all hope is not lost. They can find a middle ground. Every minister has his style. We have all seen my style. What he did in Ebonyi, does not see why we should not replicate it at the federal level. The day staff of the Ministry of Works embarrassed him, one of them said, "This is not Ebonyi State." Yes.
Just to taunt him.
It's not, just to let him know that it's in a different territory. Yes, it's not Ebonyi State. But if he recorded some measure of success over there,
that's it.
We would like to see such success replicated
at the federal level,
at the national level. That is the mandate that the president gave him, and he will want to do it the best way that he can. And they are saying that he's been terminating
contracts
at will, you know, and
without recourse to them.
Without recourse to the law, you know, is having the standard condition of contracts, is having them amended without recourse to those guys and putting their lives at risk. All I can say is they are critical stakeholders. These FOCI guys are critical stakeholders in the economy. One of the best ways by which we can reflate our economy is through infrastructure. Ramp up the work, turn Nigeria to one big construction site.
Yeah, and because it's possible.
Many people will be employed. Even the woman who sells a wagon will go to a construction site and be patronized. You know? So you can imagine the one selling blocks, the one selling gravel, the one selling sand, you know? So it helps to get our people employed.
And engaged.
Yes, and we have to do our best to ensure that that sector, that building sector, is kept very active. It will really help in reflecting our economy. And good luck to them as they also pursue dialogue in this case. I don't believe that in life we have to be rigid.
Yeah.
Yes, the minister believes in cement technology for road construction, but it is not in every part of our country that is desirable. There are places where you don't really need that because their soil.
The soil is
it can really stand sure. You know, rather there are places where you definitely need it so much, even if most part of our country that is needed. It doesn't mean that every road contract must be executed with cement technology. That's my position.
All right. Jamil, not much to add. Safe to say, time is of the essence.
And they should just find a middle of the road approach so that
meet somewhere.
Yeah, they should find somewhere to meet. And so that this one will not degenerate into the built industry, downing tools and saying they are halting all contracts, because they can actually do that.
Oh yeah. Okay, especially at a time like this, as I said, we're retooling.
Yeah.